Good evening, everyone. I, Nikita, being your host for today's international webinar on the topic of how to live joyful life. Extend a warm greetings and good evening to you all present here. Talking about a joyful life is one filled with contentment, happiness, and a sense of fulfillment. It's not just about experiencing a fleeting moments of happiness, but cultivating a consistent state of joyfulness. It involves finding purpose, pursuing passion, nurturing relationship, and appreciating the small moments that bring happiness. It's unique to each person. What brings joy to one might not necessarily to the same for another. And ultimately, it's about finding a balance that resonates with your values to brings a deep sense of satisfaction and happiness to your everyday existence. Let's talk about the SAM's Welfare Foundation. Talking about SAM's Welfare Foundation, we are a Section 8 non-for-profit company registered under the Companies Act 2013 with various recognitions from Niti Aayog, MSME, MPCON, DDUGKY, and more. Recognized as a startup by DIPP, MCI, and awarded Best Service Award for National Contribution. SAM's Group, with an active network of 5,000 plus professionals, published books, an international journal, organized education and health camps for unprivileged children, promoted digital and financial literacy, and contributed to society. Our initiative, DIGISAKSHAM, has developed content for 300 plus courses in IT, BFSI, retail, entrepreneurship, impacting diverse age of groups, and we have executed a skilling project for 600 inmates, signed MOUs for training, collaborated with various organizations, and conducted international conferences. And FEM leads another SAM's initiative, empowers women through workshops and newsletters, conducting awareness programs in digital literacy, marketing, and career development across different industries. We have impacted over 1,000 women across states and recently celebrated a milestone of 100 women associated with the program. So that's all about the SAM's Welfare Foundation. Now, on the behalf of whole SAM's family, I welcome you all in this international webinar on how to live a joyful life. And add to our guest of honor, today's speaker, Mish Abhitasa Shetia Chug. It's a great honor to have you with us, ma'am. We are grateful to your presence here with us today. Now, let me introduce today's speaker. So, speaker Miss Abitasha Setia Chug is from Rajasthan, India. She has done her graduation in computer science BTech, and after that, she has been a science lecturer as well as training and placement officer for a year in an engineering college. And also, she has been a content writer for more than 5 years, and presently she is working as a motivational speaker. She is an influencer and motivational speaker as well. She helps people who are bound by their negative thought process and unable to live life with their unmanaged thoughts.
Good evening, everyone. This is really an immense pleasure to be the part of this event. So, this is Abitasha Setyachug, as the host has told you all. So, before we get started, I have a request to all of you that I want you all to be very loyal and faithful for this 1 hour to yourself. Whatever I ask, please be honest to your answers. My first question is, how many of you feel that your life is full of stress? You can answer your opinions. You can answer this question in chat box, or if you want, you can unmute yourself and answer the question. Nobody?
Yes, madam.
How many of you feel that your life is full of pain, grief, and disappointment? Some people always remain disappointed that I have missed this thing. Why did this happen to me? Anybody have that kind of feeling?
Me, ma'am. It's me.
Next question. How many of you feel that you are short-tempered?
It's again me.
If some people are there who are not getting uh, under any answer of the questions, that means you don't need the session. You are already living a joyful life. So, anybody else who feel that he or she is short-tempered? Be honest, I told you this thing. I promise I'm not gonna judge you at all.
You can add one more to
Next
the list.
question. Okay. The next question is, how many of you feel that your life is so hectic that you feel sometimes that you should run away far away somewhere from your place. All are happy.
Me.
So how many of you feel that your life is so hectic, you have so lot of work to do that sometimes you feel like you should run far away somewhere or place?
Yeah, sometimes we feel so, madam.
Can we have the next one, please?
Yeah.
My next question is, which one of you feel that people expect a lot from you and you are overburdened by their expectations? People expect a lot from you. And my final question of this question series is, how many of you want to feel that your life is really joyful? You want to live a joyful life.
Me, ma'am. I am there. I want to live. I
None of
always
the
think
other?
that, no, I always want to, but due to constraint, it's not possible.
Okay. Anybody else who want to live a joyful life?
Yes. Everyone wants the same.
Yeah, actually, we all want to live a joyful life, but we all are stuck somewhere with our so-called excuses. Like we have a lot of work and all. So we always say that I want to live a joyful life, but I have responsibilities. I want to live a joyful life, but I have a lot of work to do. I want to live a joyful life, but something tragic happened in my life. Because of that, I always get affected till date. I want to live a joyful life, but this but always keep on carrying with us. So, what to do? Actually, can we have the next slides, please? One after another. The second to this. Life is actually like a journey, and we all are on it. But we can travel smoothly only if our luggage is limited. The problem is we all are carrying luggage that is already overweight. We are carrying excess luggage that is overweight due to stress, frustration, fear, anxiety, pain, grief, responsibilities, expectations, disappointment, jealous feeling, and many more. These are just few. There are many more that we always feel burdened with, and we feel very difficult to travel our journey smoothly. So, taking to the next slide, let's talk about the most talked topic of nowadays, that is stress. Now, there are three kinds of people. Category one, here are the people who create stress themselves for every single thing and then always keep thinking about it. Category two, here are the people who have some stress and they keep feeling pity about themselves and keep blaming and regretting circumstances and people. And at the end, they conclude that my life is not more than a hell. Category three, here are the people who have some stress, but still they stay calm and composed. They understand their stress, they calculate all the possibilities, probabilities, and then try to look out for the solutions. And when they keep digging into it, at the end, somehow they get a way to go. So, what kind of category do you fall in? Category one, two, or three?
I fall in category 3.
Okay, good to know. So, yeah, you are kind of positive person.
Yes, I see situations also in positive way. That something happens for a reason, good reason.
Right.
Sooner
Very
or
true.
later,
Anybody else who is in category one sometimes make stressful situations on their own for every single minute thing.
Category 2 for me.
Captain, ma'am, I am between two and three. Neither
Between
this side nor that side.
okay, means sometimes you blame your circumstances and
Yes.
sometimes you
Yeah.
get the solution.
Correct. Yes.
So actually, half of our life is spent in work only. So we all have some kind of stress. But how to manage with it, how to handle it? Let me tell you a story. Can we have the next slide, please? Let's talk about a man, John D. Rockefeller. He was the world's richest man in 19th century and was the president of Standard Oil Corporation in Houston. His goods were to be transported from Houston to Chicago. Then the huge dilemma was whether to get the goods insured or not. Now, the insurance cost was of $150. For a privileged person, just a second, please, sorry. For a privileged person, it is not a very huge task to pay $150, but still, he was very much concerned about the bill. So he ignored to have the goods insured and the train left. When the train departed, he got an update that the storm has developed on the way. Now the weather was getting stormy and he was feeling so tense, so stressed that he was feeling himself as the most foolish person on this planet. Because to save $150, he had put $1,000 goods on stake. Then, Somehow, using his finances, using his power, he managed, by hook or crook, he managed to get the goods insured. After he got the insurance, he kept wandering from one place to another. And after a few hours, he got an update that the train reached safely. Now, he almost got a heart attack on that because he was thinking that his $150 got wasted. Now, he was kind of person who will always remain stressed no matter things go well or not. What kind of person do you think he was?
The category one.
Category 1.
Category
Category
1.
first.
Yeah. He was the kind of person of category 1 who always remains stressed no matter if things go well or not. Now, his such kind of attitude started alarming on his health after few times. His doctor also intimated him that with such kind of attitude, he won't be surviving for more than 3 years. Now, he was so upset. So, he visited Swami Vivekanand. At that time, very frequently, can we have the slides, please? Next. So, after meeting Swami Vivekanand, he got involved in philanthropy activities. And later on, he started the Rockefeller Foundation, which was actively participating in philanthropy and charitable activities throughout the world. And later, he lived for another 25 years. So, this is the story of the 19th century. But now we are in 21st century. Moving on to the next slide. Now, our world has speeded up. We all have mobile phones. We all have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Viber, Snapchat, emails, everything we have. Our world has become too shorter now. We can reach anywhere, anytime. But unfortunately, our stress has increased. Yes, due to these things, what happens? We all have got a lot of stress. On this new year, I went to Jaipur for 2 days. We had a lot of fun. But when I came back, it was no longer there because after 2 days, when I logged in my Facebook and checked some notifications, I got to know that my friend went to Goa. And when I asked her, she was also disappointed because her friend went to Dubai to celebrate the New Year. So actually, these are the things that we are using at the maximum level. We are getting peer pressure and we are comparing our life with others. All these kind of stress that we have got from these now, that it can be financial stress, it can be emotional stress, social stress, lifestyle stress, environmental stress, any kind of stress we have. These all kind of stress we have in our life. And most of them arise due to the feeling of comparison, low confidence, jealous feeling, and negative attitude that we develop. Actually, the problem is we don't think that we are much better than other people. We are much better than many people. What we do, we always see the other people and compare with them. If you wish to see other people who are better than you, of course you can. But when you look at other people who are better than you, learn something from them. Think, how can you make yourself improved like others? How can you make your life better like others? And then work on it. But rather than that, what we do, we start comparing our life with others. Again, we start blaming our circumstances, we start blaming and regretting on other people we have, and again, we always get trapped in our own thoughts. We make a cage of our own thoughts, which we are always remaining inside that only, and we don't even try to get out of it. Just remember one thing, we all are like free birds, and we can fly as much as high as we want. It is up to us only. Nobody can decide how much high you can fly. Moving on to the other slides, please. One. Now, we have talked about the stress. Wait, please. We have talked about the stress of the 19th century and 21st century. Now, when did this came into existence? The first person on this earth who gave the concept that how does the stress gets caused, that was Mr. Walter Cannon. In 1936, Walter Cannon was the person who gave the concept of fight or flight response. He told that when animals feel any threat to their life, they get stressed, and due to that stress, some enzymes and hormones gets released in their body, and the blood gets diverted from skin to muscles. Sweat breaks down, their heart starts pounding, and after that, their blood pressure also increases, due to which their mind gets very much reverted towards the cause of the threat. Now, this whole phenomena makes them enable to fight or flight to make themselves safer and to survive. But in human beings, what happens? The whole phenomena occurs same. When they get stressed, the whole phenomena that occurs is same. But the difference is the stress is not because of the threat to their life. That stress, it can be just a casual and simple emotional stress as well. But as the whole phenomena remains with same intensity, that is what creating the problem. So to reduce the stress and to dissolve the effects of stress, we really need to work on it. Can we have the next slide, please? So now to reduce the effects of stress, to dissolve the stress, we need to have some hormones that make us happy, that makes us relaxed, that makes us relieved from the stress we have. There are a few hormones, few activities that have been scientifically proven that 40% of the diseases, 40% of the medical issues arise due to the stress only. So there are some proven activities that can let you feel bit relaxed from your stress. The first one is dopamine, and this is the hormone that you can feel happy like you have achieved something. That can be achieved having a good food, achieving any goal, completing any target, or self care activities. The next one is oxytocin. That is a hormone that gets released when you feel loved by themselves. You feel that people love you. That is the kind of hormone that gets released in your body. It can be socializing when you interact with people, when you share your happiness. Always it is said that when you share your happiness, it always increases. Physical touch, petting animals, helping others. Petting animals is always preferred because animals are the one who love you selflessly. Helping others, when you help others, there is a different level of contentment that you get, and there is a lot of positivity you attain. Next one is endorphins. That is the hormone that is released when you feel bit relaxed, some relief from your extreme stress. It can be exercising, it can be any kind of workout, it can be listening to music, watching a movie, laughter, or anything that gives you break from the intensity of stress you have. Next one is serotonin, that makes your mood stabilizes, means that makes you calm down. That is the hormone that makes you calm down. It is mostly related to the nature things. It can be sun exposure, it can be with nature. You can do gardening, you can go barefoot on grass. You can do something mindfulness, means you can listen to something spiritual or something motivational that can calm you down and uplift your thoughts so that you can be bit positive and think over your stress, over your circumstances in bit positive perception. And the next one is meditation that we all know. Can we have the next slide, please? Now let's talk about the people who feel that they are short-tempered. Now, who were of you were short-tempered?
It's me.
Actually, there are two kinds of people.
Me.
Can we have the next slide? There are two kinds of people, reactive people and proactive people, right?
Correct.
So, reactive people are people who always find fault in others. No matter they are mistaken, but they always find fault in others that I got failed because of teacher was not teaching well. And proactive people always say that people will stay the way they are. But what I have in my hands, what I can do, I am to focus on that only. Reactive people never accept their mistakes. Proactive people are always accountable. Reactive people always blame their circumstances. I am ill because the weather outside is too chilly. But proactive people will say, no matter how weather goes, I will change and adjust accordingly so that I can keep myself safe. Reactive people have negative attitude, but proactive people have positive attitude. With this positive attitude, proactive people are capable enough to uplift themselves, to improve themselves. They keep themselves calm and they always are capable to use the available resources at the optimal level. Now, what happens with positivity? When we harbor positivity, it makes us happier. It keeps us calm and composed. It helps us in maintaining our health issues. It helps in improving our performance in our work also. Can we have the next slide, please? So, the foremost thing here comes how to attain positivity. So, we can attain positivity, next slide, please, by vacating ego. The foremost thing that we need to release is we should forget ego. The next thing we need to remember that on this planet, every single person on this planet is not here to follow you or obey you. It is not necessity that all of your desires will be fulfilled by being humble and helpful. When you are humble to others, when you share good gestures, Newton's law works. So when you share your good gestures, they always get reciprocated and you get the same. And when you are helpful, you share your vibes, feel contentment, feel positive, and that is the aura. That is the kind of aura you attract around yourself that always keep you calm and composed. The next one, by being responsible for your actions, by being responsible for your emotions, by being responsible for your thoughts that you have. See, animals are there. Animals cannot imagine anything. Animals cannot feel anything. But human beings are capable enough to imagine as well as to choose. So we can be smart to choose anything because our choice will lead to the according results. So your choice is very important because what you choose will lead to some result today. So be very calculative when you choose something. Now there are two kinds of things. Can we have the next slide, please? There are two kinds of things. One is external environment and another is internal mood. Can we have the next slide, please? There are two things. As I told, one is external environment and second is internal mood. Now there is a gap between these two. But what happens? We always forget the gap between external environment and internal mood. This is why it happens that when someone says you that, wow, your dress is looking very beautiful, you get very much happier. You feel very happy, like, wow, I'm looking good. People are appreciating me. But on the very next second, when people say, where did you get this color from? This color doesn't suit your person. You should have gone for other color. So at the same time, your mood gets spoiled. So whatever is happening externally, it is directly affecting your internal mood. So we should be very careful that our internal mood is our choice. We are not dependent for our mood to the external environment. So better to keep your internal mood stabilized in your control only. Now let's talk about the people who feel that their life is full of pain, grief, and disappointment. See, something tragic happens. We all are here, and it happens that something tragic happens in our life, and it's very painful. And we always keep recalling those movements, and we always get sad when we recall those movements. Now, for those people, we need to understand one thing that tragedies and accidents can happen anywhere, anytime, and to any person. And that is the more important to understand because we cannot be spared from this. If something happens in our life that is tragic, you should make yourself understand that yes, it was tragic, it was painful, but I have to live my life too. Yes, it was tragic, it was really very painful, but I cannot trap myself into this incident throughout my life. One incident cannot shatter my life. So I need to strengthen myself so that I can bear this pain and move on in my life because I can't let this only single incident shatter my whole life. So now we talk about the people who have fear of something. How many of you feel that you have fear of something very specific thing? You have fear of any lizard, you have fear of darkness, you have fear of height, you have fear of any cockroach. Can you please, what kind of fear you all have?
Fear of animals, all animals.
See, we all have some kind of fear. Do you know any person who says, I'm not fearful of anything? Anybody you know who says, I'm not fearful of anything? Take that person to the rooftop, try to push him or her, and see whether he or she is afraid of it or not. So every person has a fear of something, be it be a fear of death or any minute thing, but it is so. Death will arrive someday, we all know that, but we have to live our life. We have fear of something. It can be of darkness, it can be of water, it can be of height, anything. So to face our fear is the biggest thing. We need to be very much courageous to face our fear. Being courage doesn't mean that we have accepted our fear that yes, I am fearful of this thing, I accept and I'm courageous. No. Being courageous means that you accept your fear, you stay calm down whenever you face it with courage and fight with it. When you fight with fear, then slowly and slowly you will feel that now I'm not. So, taking next slide, now we will talk about the people who are overburdened by the expectations. Now, if you feel that people expect a lot from you, you should congratulate yourself that you are capable enough to do the things at that much caliber you have, and people are expecting you means you are eligible to do something that others can't. So, congratulate yourself, and people, if they are expecting something, make them realize one thing, that it is not your responsibility to fulfill their expectations. Always learn to say no. If they are expecting something, they really need to realize that your main agenda is not to fulfill their expectations. You have many more to go. You have many more to do. Your life is not here to fulfill their expectations only. So, if you say no, they will get realized that you are not completely off for them. Now, some people have stress of the career. Like they have stress that no matter what kind of effort we are putting, what amount of effort we are putting, but still we are not getting success in our life. We are not getting our. When we have a career goal, when we have a target to achieve, everything, every aim, every goal takes something. It has a price. And whatever we are putting effort, whatever efforts we are putting, we need to check whether they are sufficient to get that goal or not. We need to check the price of our goal first and check whether it is matching to its price or not. Do whatever it takes. But our efforts are not that much enough to get our goals. Always have two questions with yourself if you are very much career focused: who I want to be and what I want to do. When the answer of these two questions will match with each other, then for sure you will get success. But when who I want to be and what I want to do, these two answers are different, you cannot get success in your career. So always keep going. See, growth is always painful. Growth will always be painful because you are struggling to get something, and that is never easy. So don't feel stressed that I am feeling very uncomfortable. I am fighting and struggling from long time. Everybody has a story. The thing is, when you get successful, your struggling story is the thing that people get read about. So moving to our next slide, when our journey, we are on a journey when our luggage has become lighter. Now we are with a limited luggage. Now, what we need to do to make choice. So let's add some joyous factors to our journey now. Our journey obviously need to be a bit excited. So next slide, please. Now, if you what how many of you feel that you are just spending your life, not living your life? How many of you feel that you are just spending your life, not living your life? You want to live your life. Anybody?
I want to live my life, not spend. So,
See, the same thing happens. I want to live my life, but I have responsibilities. I want to live my life, but I have lot of work to do. My routine is so hectic that
correct.
I can't spare time for it. I have lot of work. I want to live my life, but this but again comes on every path we go. So,
Yes,
if we want to live our life, we need to change our perception. There is a bit change required in your perception. What we need to do, we need to just reframe the sentence. Can we have the next slide, please? Let's have the
Mhm.
magic of reframing the words in a sentence now.
Yeah. Acha.
Earlier, we were saying, yes, I want to live my life, but I have responsibilities, I have a lot of work to do. Now, reframe and rejumble the words now. Yes, I have responsibilities, I have a lot of work to do, but I want to live my life too. Again, when you start repeating these words to yourself, when you will start reciting these words to yourself, yes, I have responsibilities, I have work, but I will live my life too. I want to live my life too. Then your attitude will change automatically. What will happen? This but will get changed into and. So what this sentence will become, that is magical. Can I have the next slide, please? The sentence will become, yes. So the sentence will become very magical now. It will become, yes, I will work. Yes, I will take charge of my responsibilities. See, we are not running away from our responsibilities. We are taking charge of it. And I will live my life too. I will work, I will be responsible, and I will live my life.
Ma'am, you're not audible, ma'am.
I think
Ma'am,
I
you are
think
not
ma'am
audible.
has Wi-Fi issue, network
Yes,
issue.
yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Wait.
If the mistake is accidental, take few seconds before you respond and ask yourself, can you express your words in better way? Can you put your words in better way? Before sleeping, before going to bed every day, ask yourself whether I have been harsh to anyone or not. I have been harsh, whether it was any situation or whether I could put my words in better way or not. If I could, how could I? This is the practice to be done daily. And when you will if you will practice this thing daily, it will come into your nature. When something will happen, at the very same instant, you will feel, you will start thinking at the very same instant that can I put my words in better way? Can I express my words in better way? And then you will be calculative and you will start minding your words before responding. So if you want to live your life, bit changes are required, bit exercise are required to make yourself happier, relaxed, and calm. Can we have the next slide, please? See, this life is yours. This is not for others. So we want this life is ours and we want to live it. We do not need any permission for other person to live it. That is our choice, and that is our choice how to live it. This is not for others. So, if you want to live your life, think about one thing that life is not about a day at a time. Don't think that I will start living my life from day after tomorrow. Today, now, these 2 days, I'm very much occupied. So, I will start living my life. I'll enjoy my life 2 days later. No, this is about a minute at a time. Live every minute as if this is the last moment of your life. Then you will ignore everything negative thing that this is the last moment of my life and I can't waste it in such kind of meaningless things and I can't waste it in such negative things. I want to stay happy for myself. So this is the attitude we need to keep while we live our life. This is the way. Our journey is getting bit smoother now because our luggage has limited. We are living our lives and we are being courageous now. And we are moving with lot of positivity and happiness and joyful factors in our life. So if you want to make your life joyful, spend every time you want the way you want. If you have some moment, spend it the way you want. It can be reading, writing, dancing, cooking, gardening, traveling, shopping, movie, anything you want. See, sun rises every day the way it do. Water flows every day in ocean, in river the way it does. Wind flows every day the same it does. So by these things, this nature and this universe is teaching us something very beautiful thing that there is always a beautiful tomorrow. And the best thing about tomorrow is it never discriminates. It will always start the way it does. Means we are getting a chance every day, every morning to improve ourselves, to uplift ourselves, to strengthen ourselves, to make ourselves more better than yesterday. If we are making better today, then of course we will be more better for tomorrow as well. So the thing is, this tomorrow is giving you another chance. Like we used to play the Ludo games and we used to play the video games. That time we got life chances. So we were afraid of that. My chances are finishing, but this life has not limited chances. Every day, this tomorrow gives you ultimatum that again you are getting a chance to improve yourself, to make yourself better. Can we have the next slide, please? So journey need to be lighter, smoother, and joyful. We really need to strengthen ourselves because this luggage has weight, and the weight that is including the stress, all the negative things that are over bulking your luggage. we need to manage with them also. So every day we need to strengthen ourselves so that that excess weight may not sink you down. You have to manage all, you have to be happier, you have to move on in your journey because you can't let yourself sit in your whole journey. Otherwise, you won't be reaching your destination. So, with this joyful life, always keep strengthening yourself, and especially keep smiling because the hashtag of the webinar, the smile is the only thing on this planet that is free of cost. Just think of it. It is the smile only that is free of cost and that always makes you look beautiful. So smile is the best jewelry you can wear on yourself. Always keep smiling and strengthening. Thank you so much. So any question you would like to ask, you can.
Thank you so much for a very informative session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So always when you wake up every morning, take your first letter of your name and make an adjective. If it is Abitasha, take A from Abitasha and make one beautiful adjective with your name. I am awesome Abitasha. I am gorgeous Gitanjali. I am genius Gaurav. Always keep appreciating yourself. That will strengthen you and that will give you boldness to face any kind of struggle, any kind of hurdle that you have in your life.
Yes, Mr. Garg, please go ahead and ask.
Madam, I am a retired engineer and
Okay.
running in 70s. You have told that life has not limited chances. Tomorrow is giving you another
Yeah,
chance. So, what is the chance for us who have attained
right.
70 years?
So you have spent much of your time in work only. So it is the time after the retirement when you need to enjoy your life. The things that you are led that I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. I wish the blanks that are left. This is the time to fulfill those blanks now. So that you may not feel regret that I missed this thing. I wanted to do this thing, but I could not. Never let any of your wish to be unfulfilled. Just fulfill them.
Okay, madam. And other, you have told that reduce the luggage. What is the luggage you mean?
So luggage is the overburden that we are taking from the minute things. Like there are many simple things that we take over stress from that are very simple. Like if I'm going somewhere, I met a Buddha and asked the Buddha that why are you smiling? Everybody has stress in his life. I asked Buddha, you already have very stress in your life and many kind of people come in front of you. Then also you always keep smiling. Why is it so? So Buddha said, laughing Buddha says ki when person comes in front of me who is less stressed, who has less pain in his life, but still he is more stressed than me, then I feel funny that his pains are very much lesser than me. Why is he getting so much stress? And when the person comes in front of me that has more stress than me, more pains than me, then I keep smile and say, thank God, I feel gratitude, I feel grateful to God. Thank God my pain is lesser than that person at least. So the pains, the stress is your perception only. There are many simple things that we overthink upon and we take peer pressure due to that also.
Okay, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you so much, ma'am. So these all were the things which we already know, but we tend to forget it. But it's like reminding, and it's kind of a refresher where we can redefine our basics and then move on. And if we talk
Yes,
about
ma'am.
Mr. Gansham, who is 70 years old and he is a retired engineer, so I hope all the responsibilities which need to be fulfilled, I think he must have fulfilled. So yes, we can take insights and the opportunity areas for our life so that we can improve it. Thank you so much.
Right.
So, what a wonderful knowledge given by you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And I hope our audience learned many new things from this session. I would like to highlight some of the points like live mindfully, be present and fully engaged in the current moment, and nurture positive relationships, and take care of your health, your mental health and physical health, and embrace positivity. Focus on positive thinking and look for the silver lining in challenging solutions. cultivate an optimistic outlook on life. Remember that joy is a journey, and it's okay to have ups and downs. Embrace the process of discovering what brings joy to your life, and continuously strive to create a lifestyle that support to your happiness and well-being. So I hope the knowledge shared with us by Miss Abitasha Setia Chag would have made a great impact on our lives, and hope that everyone start practicing them slowly. Again, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your experience, and giving us your precious time and knowledge with your with all of us. So thank you so much, ma'am. Now, ma'am, there are few questions
Thank you
which
so
our
much.
audience wants to be answered. With your permission, shall we
Yeah,
proceed with the questions?
sure,
Shall
Uh,
do.
sure, sure.
yeah, okay. So question is that could you please elaborate on a personal experience or turning point in your life that significantly contributed to your life understanding of living a joyful life based on your life, ma'am?
Yeah, actually, I went on an adventure and it was actually paragliding from 3,000 feet. When I was going upside, na, that side the snow is very much softer because very least people go upside. So when I was going, so my foot got slipped into the snow and I just kept on sliding. The guide that was with me to guide me, his hand was also not with me now. Only I was just sliding and moving downside. One side, it was nothing. I was in a situation that I could fell anytime in the valley and I could die. And another side, there were lots of ice and there was no support I could get in that way. So when I was keep going, I was trying to balance out myself in the snow so that I could give myself some direction to take control over my body. So when I was going and in this trial, what happened? My body rotated 180 degrees. So my foot got upside and my head got downside. And then I saw a tree arriving on my way, and my head was about to strike with that tree. And suddenly, some of the other guy that was standing downside, he came and stopped my body. Otherwise, I would have stuck with the tree, and maybe who can say that I was here at this time or not. So this was the thing that I thought ki now I'm gone. That was the time I met the death with from so much short distance. So this was the thing that I thought that maybe there are very few things we fulfill our life. We always keep running behind the things that we wish, but actually we forget to live our life. We always be materialistic in life and forget that there is a life in every moment. Hello?
Nikita, please. A nice story, ma'am. Very interesting it was. I didn't know how brave you must have been at that no, situation. Very tough to imagine it
It was
also.
actually the moment that I felt that I'm gone. Now I'm gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much, ma'am, for answering this question. And my next question is that how do you strike a balance between pursuing goals and ambitions while ensuring you are also experiencing joy and contentment in the present?
See, I give, obviously, we all give time to our goals, but uh, being in this journey, we should not forget to give time to ourselves also. We should do some time, some exercise or meditation or anything you love. So these kind of activities, when we do, sometimes before doing that, we feel that our time will be wasted. Why to invest our time in such kind of activities when we know that a lot of work is there, and why not to complete our target? But actually, science has already proven this thing. When we spend some time on these activities, our mind, our body gets refreshed enough, due to which our performance rate automatically gets increased. So it will also enhance your performance and it will help you to achieve your goals in better way without getting tired.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for answering this question. And my last question is that could you share some exercises or approaches to encourage mindfulness and being present, especially in today's fast-paced lifestyle or world?
Sorry, can I get your question again?
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Could you please share some exercises or approaches to encourage mindfulness and being present, especially in today's fast-paced world? So, can you please share?
See, for being mindfulness and being positive in today's life, it depends on person to person. What kind of negativity you have, what kind of kind of negative things you have in your attitude. So we need to work on them only. Like some people who are aggressive, they need to control their aggression. Some people are overstressed due to minute things. They need to keep their mood lighter. That it is okay. If it is happening, it's okay. Something has happened, it's happened. Every question has answered, every problem has a solution. We just need to see to it only. What we do when there is any problem that arises, we always think, why did this happen? How did this happen? Why to always me? We just keep regretting on that problem only. We don't emphasize on the solution. We never try to get the solution. We never get our mind into the way to get the solution. When we instruct our brain to get the solution, to find for the solution, every
Hello.
problem has a solution. So if there is any problem, it will have a solution too. So it depends on person to person what kind of thing you feel that you have negative in you. So the best thing that everybody can do is spend some time on your hobby, whatever you have. It can be singing, it can be playing any musical instrument, anything you want. Spend some time with your hobby, with yourself only. You will feel bit lighter, and then your perception to the activities, to the circumstances, and your work will get more better than earlier.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for
Okay.
answering all the questions. That was a very good piece of advice given to us, ma'am. So again, thank you so much, all you attending today's webinar. And if you have any additional queries, you can contact us by email or telephone. We are happy to provide you additional support. And please follow us on our social media channels, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel for new learning